Right.
Okay, good. Good evening. I will now call the May 13th, 2025 Ben Lapine Schools Budget Committee meeting to order. At this time, I'll ask our participants to introduce themselves, beginning with Board Chair Marcus LeGrand.
I am Marcus LeGrand, Board Chair.
Amy Tatum.
Keena Chadwick. Cameron Fisher. Shirley Olson.
Ross Tomlin.
Nick Shane.
Dan
Baron
Emerson.
Belushi. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ned Lutz.
Seth Eisenberg.
Tom Barman.
Lisa Burke.
And Steve Cook.
Wonderful. And Tasha, would you please introduce yourself on Teams?
I'm Tasha McFarland.
Great. Thank you. Okay, moving on to review of the agenda. Dr. Cook, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda.
Fellow committee members, are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing no requests for changes, we will proceed with the agenda as noticed. Okay, thank you. We'll move on to the public comment section of the agenda. Each individual will be afforded 2 minutes to speak, and a timer will be provided on the large screen. Board Chair Marcus LeGrand will now call the individual, if any, forward in the order they have signed up.
Yes, Kara, thank you very much for that. And I would like to call Dave Kyle to the podium, please. It is the thing right here. Is there a mic? He's bringing. Actually, it's on the.
Okay, is that about the right spot?
Yeah.
My name is Dave Kyle. I've been in Bend for 46 years. My background, among a lot of things, is accounting and finance. I wanted to come here today and thank everybody who's been part of the budget committee process. I do have one suggestion I want to make. I know you're at the end of the process to a large degree. And it's a minor one, but it's something that's important to me because of my background. And that is, in the budget message, there's nothing directly about the expense side of things. So it talks about students, which is really important, obviously. It does mention operational alignment and being effective and sustainable, but from my experience, you have to have a specific goal about controlling and reducing expenses. And I would suggest that that be one of your more specific goals that you list, because it carries throughout the whole organization. And if you don't have it there, you won't get the emphasis on it. I'm sure you've got, I have not read everything in the budget. So don't quiz me. I know there's no feedback. But again, I want to thank everybody. I want to specifically thank the people who are appointed and are volunteers. I've been a volunteer for 7 years in the school district on various things and a bunch of other stuff. I haven't been looking at my time, but that's pretty much what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kyle. Appreciate you.
Are there any other individuals?
No, Kara, not at this time.
Okay, thank you. We'll move now to the consent agenda. I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Who were you? I'm sorry.
Amy Tatum and then Ross Tomlin.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, Director Tatum has made the motion and Director Tomlin has seconded the motion. At this time, I will call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you. The ayes have it and the motion is passed. At this time, we will hear from Dan Emerson, Chief Financial Officer, for an update on the proposed budget.
Thank you. So on April 8th, we held a public meeting. We went over the proposed budget in some detail, going over our major revenue and expenditure assumptions, as well as discussing our long-term forecast and kind of our major budgeting variables at that point in time. We opened it up for questions and concluded with opening up our online portal for questions or our email address for questions. We have not made any changes to the proposed budget since that meeting. It's exactly the same. We only received questions from Director Olson. Thank you, Director Olson. And we BCC'd everyone, so everyone should have seen those answers to those questions. So at this time, we are moving forward with approving the proposed budget, and we have that motion in front of us. And I'd like to open it up for any questions before moving into that motion. Otherwise, like I said, there's been no changes to the proposed budget at this point in time.
Director, is there any questions?
Just for clarification, that means we don't have anything new from the state or from the feds in terms of revenue.
Correct. The economic forecast for the state is on the 14th, so coming up here, and we'll have a better idea probably in the next week what the impacts of that economic forecast will be.
Thanks, Dan.
Which is tomorrow.
I have a question, and sorry if I missed this, but I just was reminded about this when I got the announcement about the new student services director, I think it is. Back to the shift from occupational therapists coming to Ben Lapine versus going through the High Desert ESD. Do you have, and you can respond another time, I know this is kind of like on the spot here, a sense of the cost savings with that shift, with those OTs, having 6 or 7 OTs under Ben Lapine umbrella versus the High Desert ESD?
We do have a sense of that number. I would say that there were savings with respect to the occupational therapists, probably in the $200,000 range. We also pulled in Cirque Stas from High Desert ESD, and that was probably $100,000 savings or so. But with that, we also expanded the NEST program and moved it to Summit, and that will probably actually cost us about $500,000. So it was not a net neutral. There are no, I guess you would say, cost savings to the entire kind of student services program with everything we pulled in.
Thank you, that helps me understand.
Thank you, Director Fisher.
Director, is there any additional questions? All right, thank you.
Okay, moving forward. At this time, I will ask the Budget Committee to review the text of the motion provided by the district, and I will entertain a motion to approve the budget.
Move to approve the budget.
Move to approve the assessment of the permanent tax rate of $4.7641 per 1,000 of assessed value for the permanent tax rate levy, and approve a tax of $46,332,994 in the debt service fund for the purpose of the payment of bonded debt owed by the school district, and to approve the budget in the aggregate amount of $639,538,582.
Second.
Thank you. Budget Committee member Seth Eisenberg has made the motion, and Budget Committee member Tom Barman has seconded the motion. At this time, I will call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Are there any abstentions? Okay, thank you. Again, the ayes have it and the motion has passed. So we'll move to adjourn. Thank you to everyone each of you who have participated in this year's budget process. This meeting is adjourned.